Today has been a very, very eventful day. I've had a lot of gang stalking, a lot of harassment, and I'm going to be showing you guys some of the stuff that I was dealing with today. And I'm going to start with my experience that I had in Jack in the Box earlier today. So I'm in Jack in the Box, and this man comes in every time I'm in Jack in the Box. And typically when he comes in, the store is empty. It's just me sitting all the way in the back, and this guy here who decided to also sit in the back today. And the rest of the store is empty, as you can see. Whole store empty. And he comes in, he sits in the back where I'm sitting, and he always sits like a table in between where like we're still kind of super close unnecessarily. As you can see, that's my stuff there. And the other guy that's sitting with his back to me, he's sitting also in the back, like an ear's distance, so he can hear what I'm doing. See, he's got the earpiece in his ear. So I just got up to show you guys how empty the store was. And this is what it went on all day. This is the first part of it. So I got up and I moved to the front of the restaurant. And when I did that, the young guy got up and left. This is him getting in his car. So he bounces out, and because I moved to the front of the store, they started moving new people in so they can have different places to sit. They didn't want to be as bold as to have that nasty, disgusting guy get up and sit in the back and move to the front. That would have been too obvious, which, you know, that's happened before, but that would have been too obvious. So then this family of Mexicans come in, and this Mexican guy here, he kept coming back to the back of that table where I'm showing you, get napkins. And as you can see, there's a napkin dispenser on every table. And there's also a napkin dispenser at the table. That's the one that he kept coming back to. And there's a napkin dispenser at the table that he's actually sitting at. See it? Right there. But he just kept walking to the back right there where I was sitting, getting napkins, staring at me. They drove up to the store in that beat up, nasty Nissan that you see right sitting out there. As soon as they saw me coming up to the store and came in, and that one guy just kept looking at me, and the kid, the teenage kid, kept looking at me and staring and being super bizarre and coming back to the back where I was sitting grabbing napkins. He did that 3 times. You see all those napkin dispensers on those tables? And then this piece of shit comes in, and he's another one that I know is a rapist. He's also one that follows me, jumping on the bus, following me to different locations, and I know that he's assaulted me. This is the same day, guys, the same day. All within like 15, 10, 5 minutes of each other. Then this young family comes in of this woman and her 2 sons. And the son just kept watching me while I was, sitting and eating my food. Let me pause it. While I was sitting eating my food, and I noticed how he kept getting up because he saw me like packing my things up because I was getting ready to leave, go catch the bus. And he started getting up, like moving around, like, he was literally pacing himself to my movements. So when I noticed it, I started looking at them like, are you serious? Like, are you guys trying to like leave when I leave? So I pack my things up and I go outside, and you know, before I can get to the door and out the door, it was his mother and his brother. They were both coming toward the front, walking out the door. So they walk out, and I walk behind them as they're getting in their car, and I get this their car and this information.
This is the license plate. It's a Hyundai Civic. And this is what the people look like. They follow me out.
Look at these crazy people. This is the mother, the woman that's with them. The son that's on the passenger side, the one that's in the back that you can't see, was the one who was timing his movements to mine. And then they just boldly, you know, started coming outside when I left. Let me run it back so you guys can get a look at her face. I want this to go viral. Look at her. Get a good look. She's with her children doing this gang stalking, witchcraft stalking, monitoring shit. Get a good look at these weird ass witches and warlocks rolling around in Arizona, doing this sinister shit with their children with them, involving their children. And then after these weirdos drove off, the kid on the passenger side was like waving at me and shit. So last stop, Panda Express. So I'm sitting there just engulfed in my phone, looking at my videos or whatever, minding my business as I'm normally doing. And these freaks straight across here are just staring at me like they have never seen me before in their lives. So I took my phone out and decided that I was going to record. They seen this and then they got nervous, started trying to talk to each other. When I wasn't paying attention, they were just literally staring at me. They weren't talking to each other. They weren't moving. They were just staring at me the entire time.
Shit had been sitting at that table watching me for a good 30 minutes, just engulfed.
And this is the first time